Let's do the April astrology. Of course, the focus of April centers around the solar eclipse on the 8th. But the fact that we are in the eclipse zone all month reminds us that April is full of the unexpected, and because of that, will be quite intense. But let's start at the beginning and work our way through. April 2nd, Mercury will go retrograde in Aries, and so it might be best to wait 3+ weeks before signing anything if you were not born in a Mercury retrograde. If you were, then you will feel perfectly fine and in the reverse flow, and you can sign away as it is your natural way of moving. The retrograde will end on April 25th. On April 3rd, Venus in Pisces will conjunct with Neptune in the same sign, and the chaos that is the duality has created will never be so obvious. The frustration levels are going to escalate because enough is enough. People are very tired of all the hate and rhetoric, and this will begin to call for drastic change that will only continue to get louder. We want a better world. We realize that we are very far away from any sort of ideal world, and we are tired of those that continue to block progress in the name of hate. It has just become too tiresome and boring. Everyone has finally had enough. On April 5th, Venus goes into Aries and it will conjoin the North Node. This can become highly impulsive. Remember to look before you leap. Make sure you know what you are doing, and you better have a plan. There is enough force with this aspect that I recommend not adding energy to it by pushing even more. The momentum is there. Let it naturally unfold. April 8th, the new moon is in Aries and the total solar eclipse begins. While that might sound like plenty, clearly the universe has other plans, because we also have this eclipse conjunct Chiron, and Mars and Saturn will form a conjunction in Pisces 2 days later on April 10th. Expect the moments before and after the solar eclipse to demand more from us than ever before. Expect something that has been hiding in the shadows to come to light. For some, this is going to point out that despite their loud demands, that wheels are in motion that will show them that they are actually powerless because of greater forces at work. But the brave souls, they will be willing to daringly move ahead and confront all obstacles that try to be in their path. Know that it is going to be important to address what we are feeling in a logical and reasonable manner, rather than allow that intensity of the moment to push us to do bad things or things we will regret later. The power of this eclipse can give you a surprising breakthrough, and it will open previously closed and locked doors. April 12th, the Sun in Aries will conjunct Mercury, and let's just say keeping your opinions to yourself might be very difficult. April 15th, Mercury in retrograde will conjunct Chiron and go back to where it was during the last eclipse. This allows the fog to clear for us to see things in a new light, and that makes things more easily understood and with new ideas that seem to be able to be implemented. April 19th, Mercury and Venus will meet once again with the nodes in Chiron in tow. This energy can turn things upside down in a positive way. If you were challenged during the eclipse, you might feel as if you are suddenly happier and ready to take things on. The Sun will also go into Taurus on that day. April 21st is a very interesting day and could be one of your happiest days of the year, because Venus is exact in its conjunction with Chiron and the Sun will square with Pluto in Aquarius. In general, astrologers consider this very auspicious. It only happens every 14 years, even though it usually comes with tremendous amounts of uncertainty and tension. Just know that something radical is in the works. Expect the unexpected, and events are going to unfold that are going to create a dynamic shift on all levels. We are going to be unraveling and adjusting for the next 6 months because of this. Ultimately, it is a very good thing, but some will be quite upset during the process. As so much is happening in the fixed signs, Tauruses and Aquariuses are going to feel it the most, but all the fixed signs are going to notice. Major changes in the money systems are going to happen. The environment and agriculture will also move in new directions. And finally, we will have to find a new balance between ourselves, our technology, and nature. Unfortunately, politically, the power of the people that want to revolt is high, and the people want new social developments that support the greater good, not just for a few. The power of April is all around drastic changes. If you are on board with such endeavors, you will find powerful allies that are ready to give you a step up and to take advantage of this moment. What this month is about is breaking down all those in power and intend to continue to be obstructive, oppositional, and stagnate things that drastically need to change now. We end the month with the very telling full moon in Scorpio on April 24th with Pluto at 2 degrees, and this only adds to the complex emotions everyone is feeling. While some want to drag their feet and not change, that is going to be actually and finally impossible. What is coming cannot be stopped. Pluto is going to drastically change everything in our world, whether we like it or not. April 29th, Mars will conjunct with Neptune and then go into Aries a few days later. Venus will also go into Taurus on the same day. Get ready to embrace something very different. Have a great month.